Hi, my loves. It's Doreen, my lady girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I wanted to come to y'all with some commentary about a video that's going viral. Okay, we see a girl who is getting engaged, and she want to let people know, like, girl, you better pack that man lunch. Now, before I hop into my commentary, I want to encourage you all to go ahead and like this video and help a sister out. All right, let's let each one teach one around here. Subscribe if you like this type of commentary. We talk about popular topics, cultural commentary in a way that helps us reshape and reframe our paradigms so we can live the life that we deserve, right? Okay, so boom. This girl is going viral, and I want to say the conversation is a little split about just how she's being perceived and what the messages are. And I wanted to bring it to the platform because if you follow me on other social media platforms, I talk a lot about decentering men, and I talk a little bit about women being the center of their universe and their life. And I'm not really into the romance piece of it, although I think a lot of men believe that I am, just based off of the hate that they leave in my comment section. But I think that this idea that a woman can be male centered because she's in relationship with a man is something that I want to talk about. And I want to know what y'all think too. Don't be afraid to pop it in the comments, girl. I be around and I lurk in the comments. I really do. And in my DMs. Okay. So let's get into this video. If you haven't saw it, might have to not play it if the music is there because I'm not playing with YouTube. Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, okay. They told me not to fold this laundry.
Oh, they said that?
They told me not to pay for dates.
Okay.
Take me through there. Take me through there. What you talking about? Pack that nigga lunch.
Okay, sister got her a man and got her a ring. And the girls are upset. All right. The comments were so split. I'm so glad somebody chose her. Oh my gosh, pick me. She's so excited right now. Wait until 5 years of marriage. And just for context, that is her man that's behind her talking about, yeah, with his lemon drop in his martini glass. Now, I did a little bit of digging because I really think that context matters. And I want to start off by saying that if it is her desire to be with a man and to cater to that man and to pack him lunch, then let's be supportive of that. You know, that's not everybody's goal in life is to be a wife, right? And I think we need to accept that people want to be wives and some people don't want to be wives, and that's okay. That doesn't make one inherently wrong. I think that both positions, wife or not a wife, or child or childless, both have pros and cons. It's all about what works for you and what the person what makes them happy. So I wanted to say that here. That's how I feel because I might throw a little shade or might throw a little shots, but just if anybody is wondering, that is how I feel. If a woman feels like she wants to be with a man and cater to him on the first night, cool. If you want to talk to that nigga and hug him on the first night, cool. If you never want to talk to him in your life, even better. If you do, if you don't, if you sell it, I don't care, girl. I just want women to be happy and be in a position where they are making choices for themselves, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there is a conversation for women being indoctrinated and they feel inadequate when they don't have those things, right? That's a different conversation and a different connotation when it comes to this. And I think this is why it's been a little bit divisive about the decenter movement as opposed to the pick me movement, as opposed to the sprinkle girls. Now, I haven't heard much from the sprinkle girls. If you are a sprinkle girl, where you at? Sister, we need your commentary and swiftly and quickly. I'd like to know what the sprinkle community thinks about this because, you know, she's like, I was paying for dates and I was packing lunches and whatever. You know, she is our very own Keisha K. Orr and she's going to cater to this man because that might be a woman's thing, right? And so let's get into the findings. All right. I found her on social media, which she is a budding content creator. This video is very viral for her. I'm hoping and wishing for success in her career, not only in her career, but for her professional and for her relationship, right? You know, I hope that, this moment of virality doesn't make any one of them tempted and makes their love even stronger. For real. And that's not me being shady. That's me being for real, right? I think that we have strayed so far away from what Black love actually looks like. Like, let's not lose the plot here, guys. let's not lose the plot. If a man is treating you well, if a person is making you happy, it unlocks and unleashes a level of potential. It unlocks and unleashes a level of love and vulnerability, and just a different way of living and being. And if that is what you are desiring, don't be a bitter Betty because she got what she wanted, right? Or, you haven't got what you quite wanted yet. Let's also be, aware that these are look to be younger Black people who are getting married. And I think that should be celebrated and acknowledged too. I think what was the thing that was making people feel away was the making him lunch and paying for dates, because we are indebted with a whole bunch of conversation about, he can't, I can't do coffee dates, I can't do ice cream dates, you got to take me to YSL on the first day of meeting you, and the whole bottle girl, BBL stripper rhetoric of what it means to be a bad bitch. So anyway, let's get into some of this girl's tea and see what it was given on social media. I think this girl's smart because she ain't tag her man nowhere. Okay, her man ain't even in the comments to do no lurking, which very smart move. I love a man that's out the way, girl. She the social media star and he is not. I think that's a green flag for me. So I did a little snooping, and sister has been with her man for 365 days. Okay, and she was in the comments telling the girls, it's a whole bunch of y'all that's so mad at me, and I don't care. I got my ring at 365 by catering to mine, okay? And there were so many women, an outpour of women who are wives and who are looking to be married, congratulating her and blessing their marriage, and really just, giving her wand. You get what I'm saying? I've seen them go on to a few vacations, surprising they were vacations. Now, again, I did a little digging so you didn't have to. She comes from what appears to be, a traditional background, mom and dad, and they were together. It seems like they were still together, and this is all speculative, girl. I just did a quick browse. And, I think that, I was watching the engagement video, which I'll probably play here, and it was beautiful, guys. I mean, he set this up. She had did a vlog getting her hair done prior to, like, girl, I didn't even know this was going to be my engagement hair. As you can see, she is overwhelmed by emotion. He had the sign out for her, and it was really just beautiful. And, you'll see where her friends and her family are embracing her. She looks very, very happy. He got down on one knee, baby, and he married and proposed to that girl. Photographers and the whole everything. They look like they are in the DC, Maryland area, possibly government workers of some sort. I've seen some sorority and fraternity letters. So these are, Black people who have a little piece of social upward mobility. And good for them, right? I think that, people who do things in a certain way expect for their lives to go in a certain trajectory. And she carved out a plan for herself. And that is what she desired. Now, I think some of the rhetoric around her, being a pick me and everything like this. And so she's clapping back with the miserable single bitter baby mama thing and the whole everything, which just further, it's just divisive. And I don't want to engage in that type of rhetoric either, right? Because again, there are some women who choose to have children. There are some women who choose not to. There are some women who aspire to be married, and there are some women who choose not to have that as their aspiration. We have literally been indoctrinated since little girls to want a husband and to want the Prince Charming. And, some of us are walking on a path where that is no longer what and how we envision our lives. Now, does it make my vision less valuable than yours? I don't know. I would say not. I would say the fuck not. And I'm also too happy for people getting their desires. Like, think about it like this, guys. If I am trying to manifest a Lamborghini and you're like, bitch, I hate a Lamborghini, I want a Maybach. It's like, okay, girl, you want the Maybach, I want the Lambo. You know what I mean? So am I going to be mad at you and shit on you for if you got your Maybach before I got my Lambo? No. You know what I'm saying? We have different goals in life, and that is okay, girl. I wanted to step away from the propaganda of being so divisive and you're going to pick me in this and the third. We don't know these people. We don't know these people. I think it was just the level of, I think it was just how she was talking about pack his lunch, girl. I don't want to pack their lunch, this and the third. And I think that was specifically speaking to, some women online and in social media spaces refuse to be like, I want to be like that. That's not what you decide to be in life. You start off with that. you have to kind of keep up with that, because the moment you don't pack that lunch, you don't pay for that day, he gonna be looking at you like, girl, well, where the hell is this girl at, right? Um, she obviously knows that, and she must be comfortable. Let's just assume that she's comfortable with continuing to do that for her man. And also, too, we don't know what he does for her. I read some of the comments. Let's see if I can get into the comments. Let's see if we have some. So B says, imagine washing and cleaning for a man to win the grand prize of washing, cooking, and cleaning for him forever. Lord. She claps back. Imagine seeing a healthy black couple who are complete strangers and hating this bad. Imagine never having to do maintenance on your car ever again. Imagine getting whatever you want. Imagine being put in a home. Imagine never paying another bill or trip. Oh, never mind. You could only imagine. Pack that man lunch, girl. Okay, with the laughing emojis. Okay, sister's with it. She's quick. Let's see what else they had to say. Okay, another user says, congratulations, but packing the lunch, doing the laundry, that should have came after the ring. My only problem is doing wifey duties as a girlfriend. Okay. She replies and says, nope, it shouldn't have. I love treating my hardworking man. He takes care of me. The least I can do is make a sandwich. The bar is in hell. Less than 365 days later, and I'm a fiance. We good. Okay. Like I said, y'all, she said less than a year later, that man put a ring on it. All right. Another user says, niece, let the ones without a man or dealing with someone else's man keep talking. Cater to that man. That's why you got a ring. That's the gag. Hollering what they don't do alone at home. Sorry. Hollering what they won't do alone at home. Okay. So she's saying, girl, y'all hollering about what y'all won't do, but y'all alone at home. Okay, Daddy says, "Ooh, dealing with someone else's man." A word. I mean, like, two things can be true at once, right? We all celebrate Lotto and my man, my man, my man. Whole time we know that she's dealing with 21 Savage, and he is in fact a married man, regardless of whatever immigration reasons or not. Yeah, I think that a lot of times we praise the girls who was cheating and creeping, or maybe I don't want to be praised. We do give a lot of attention to with less criticism. If there is a scandal involved, because we like the salaciousness of it. Oh my God. And Saweetie was dealing with so and so, while Cardi was this, that, and the third, and Ruby Rose and the whole everything. And they all plastered around the blogs. And what would you do? And whoopty woo, whoopty wah. Okay, Karuchi Tran with Coach DeAndre Sanders with the mentor. I mean, honestly, I'm not. Again, I just feel like, I think that sometimes women think that being at home and alone is somehow a negative. And it's not. It's very peaceful. It's very peaceful here. It's very peaceful, depending on what you desire. Again, Lambo, Maybach. And I just think it's that type of conversation that makes it feel like, oh, it's an issue. Now, I will say that there were a lot of women. Not too many of the men. Okay. And that's because niggas don't even want to commit to a damn contractual phone bill. They much rather go to Metro PCS and pay month to month. You hear what I'm saying? So I think it's interesting that a lot of women are just having this conversation. The men are kind of quiet, even the ones who got them a little something. I don't know. I think that that's very interesting, right? But they will congratulate the hell out of a man, out of a woman that's pregnant with some raggedy man's third child. I mean, that's because children are beautiful. Children are beautiful, and pregnancy is beautiful, if you feel that way. You know what I mean? I wanted to say that babies are far less disappointing than men. And I'm going to just say that. I don't care. That's just a statement, blanket statement. Celebrating the birth of a new innocent life as opposed to the potential of a man, girl, please. And I wanted to just bring this to the channel to kind of see what y'all say and see how y'all feel about this. I think it was just her tone, and I could imagine her already being a creator and her having like a personality and everything like this. She's probably pissed the fuck off that the girls are out here trying to call her a pick me, and she got her man. Her man is not on social media. He seems to be, nice looking. She's beautiful. They're together, and her family is happy for her. In fact, she even went on to post a video of what her father left on her voicemail after meeting her fiance, which I thought was very, very sweet. And we'll play that here.
Hey, baby girl, I just wanted to call and let you just know how excited I am for you. I know this was the last piece of the puzzle in terms of your plan to live a happy and joyous life. And I'm just glad that you found your person. And just, I can't be more excited for you and more proud of you and as you begin the last piece of your journey. So just love you. I'm just happy for you. And I just want you to know that I just think everything's going to work out for you. And I think you got a good life ahead. And because you actually put the building blocks in place, you had the right priorities, you had the right plan, and you had the right criteria for the mate that you wanted to be your partner. So just want to let you know how proud I am of you. I guess you know that and love you dearly. And just continue to do good and continue to enjoy life and continue to move forward.
Now, I thought that that was very sweet. I thought that that was very endearing, and it kind of shows, the kind of stock that this girl is from. Even, him mentioning her fiance and her plan coming together and what she actually wanted in her life. And here's the thing: people have plans, and when you live life a little bit, you understand that sometimes you stray away from the plan, right? Things doesn't always go as planned, and it's easy to kind of speak out of things not working out in the way that you want to, right? Because life is unexpected. You don't know what is going to happen to you, but she seems like she has support. She seems like her man is into her. She's obviously into her man. She's okay with, the dynamic of the relationship. And that's all that matters, y'all. That's really all that matters. I think her willingness to be snappy and snippy is um, just to go against the comments that she's probably been getting. I think that she grew up in a traditional home, therefore she knows what she wants, and she put the things in place and put the things in motion. 365 days later, or even beforehand, that's her man. He got the whole thing hooked up and they is married. I's married now. I think if we normalize seeing the Zeus girlies and this, that, and the third, and this is what we think of black people, I think it's okay to normalize two young black people getting engaged, her catering to her man, and having a traditional nuclear family. Have y'all never been around black suburban people? It's a thing. People are married, okay? They get together, they come together and do things in a traditional way, right? It doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent. It just is. And I think because it went viral, people have a lot to say about it. We go viral for, meeting with, a white guy all the time. And, oh, it's this, it's T, it's this, it's this. And they, maybe married, maybe not. Let the girl celebrate her love. Let her celebrate their union. And let it just be what it is, girl. I think that so quickly we're so ready to judge someone. Oh, and I'm not doing shit for a man. Well, that's you. And hopefully you get with a man who's okay with you not doing shit for him. He does everything for you. There are some men who are interested in female dominated, female led relationships. And if that's what you want, baby, get your Maybach, get your Lambo. Okay. Anyways, y'all, I want to know what you think. Drop down in the comments, girl. As always, I'm sending you a much love and much light. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think about this for real. Okay. Is this girl giving it up too much? How do you feel about this? Are you catering to a man? All right. Do you feel strongly about not doing those kind of things? And what kind of fruit has it yielded? Where are you in that space? All right. Let me know what you think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.